Hey guys, Redwood Bullion back there with you. Just want to do a quick video about the U.S. Silver Eagles. We've been hearing a lot of talk about the mint canceling or even maybe postponing or delaying the further minting of them. These are just some random ones that I've picked up over time that are still in capsules, all various years and mints and whatever else. I have a couple tubes of them. The rest are all in monster boxes. I've never actually even opened. I opened this one for the first time the other day in a video, but the other tubes that I have that aren't in monster boxes have never even been opened. I mean, it is a very, very pretty coin. These are 2011 West Point Mint. Definitely the highest minted, or highest mintage from a mint is from the West Point Mint for sure. But going back on the history of them, I mean, starting in '86, they did just shy of 5.5 million coins. Pretty much stayed in. Well, they did 11 million in '88, and that's about it. They stayed between 5 and 11 was the top. Went 5 million, 7, 6 million, 4 million. Got up into 9 million in 2000 and 2001. And then around 2008, 2009, started getting 30 million, 34 million, 40 million in 2011. Very few proofs for San Francisco or Philadelphia in 2011 out of that 40 million. And for what numbers that I could find, some of them don't match up with other sites, but it seems to be they do about a tenth or a little bit less of proof out of their total mintage, and it seemed to stay pretty much consistent with that. It varied a little bit depending on, but for the most part they stayed at about that. There is some gaps in the information, especially jumping back and forth from website to website. But like I said, 2008 and 2009, they jumped up to 30 million, 2010, 34, 2011, 40, 2012, just shy of 34, 2013, just shy of 43, next year, just over 44. And then they peaked in 2015 with 47 million exactly, and then every year since then, 2016 went down by almost 10 million completely, and then 2017, that's 37 million, was pretty much cut in half, only doing 18 million, 65,500. And these are all numbers off CoinSearch and FindBullionPrices.com and US Gov. Mintage, just average numbers that I could find. And then, going into 2018, 2019, doing 15,000 or 15 million, 14,000 or 14 million, I mean. And then at the pandemic starting, they did 30 million in 2020, and then they did 27 million in 2021. Nothing that I could find so far had 2022 data on it. And then the 2021 is split because obviously they did a type 1 and they did a type 2. So there is, that's just the combined that they did, the 27 million. So I don't know, it seems like they definitely have ramped up, but then they also ramped way, way down for a number of years for no apparent reason. And then obviously ramped back up during the beginning of COVID because everybody had all kinds of stimulus money. So it'll be interesting to see what happens if it actually does get canceled or postponed or what ends up happening. I know we have, all the laws in place that they can't pay over spot price for it. So hard to get the planchettes and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they pass new legislation or, whatever. And then especially if they make a new metals exchange. I wonder how that'll correlate to us over here in the West. If, say silver goes for $50 or whatever on the Moscow exchange or whatever it'll be called, what will we get over here? Will that affect our same cost, or will it average out? Or I'm genuinely curious. Obviously we can't know the answer or something until it happens, but if anybody has any thoughts or anything, leave a comment below. I'd love to know what you think is coming. It's kind of a new thing. I don't think anybody's had it happen before or knows what to think about it, or fully gets what the repercussions of it might be. So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. And just the Silver Eagles in general, should they keep minting them? I mean, the premiums on them are pretty high in comparison to even highly other sought after non-sovereign coins or even some other sovereign coins. The Silver Eagles definitely carry a very high premium. I've been seeing anywhere from $10 to $13 over spot, when even Maples and stuff like that are doing maybe 6 to 9, depending on where you're shopping, or even below. So definitely depends, and that's just for general ones, just circulated ones like this. This one I actually thought, when I dug it out, I actually thought it was fake before I filmed this. I had to do the metal test on it, and the magnet test, and the weight and everything, just because it's got such a different look compared to this one. I mean, it's almost like a cameo look, but yeah, it's definitely real. Everything matches up, so it's either a really good fake or a really good fake, or it is a real one. I know I have been hearing a lot about fake eagles coming in from Alibaba. Same with like the Buffalo 1 ounce. Always be wary of the German silver is not actually silver. So for any of you new stackers out there that don't know, if it says German silver, it's not the silver you're looking for. Notice the price. The price will tell you everything. And also get familiar with these. If you're going to go after eagles and pay that high premium, some of the fakes that I have seen, and I have seen on other people's channels, they are pretty good. And another real good way to tell is just, the flip. You right side up, right side up. Like, right side up, right side up. That's one of the main things you want to look for first off. Most of the fakes that I've seen don't do that. They're wrong just from that, and then obviously the weight will never be the same, and even the diameter. So don't be shy to inspect them, especially if you're in person looking at them, but especially if you're doing it online, be very, very careful. I imagine there's lots of eBay sellers out there that are selling fake ones, whether they know it or not. So just use some caution out there. Silver is a very hot topic right now. We're still at the tail end of this JP Morgan thing. I mean, this article, it's going back from July, but I mean, this guy's still testifying that, every day, that's what they did, was manipulate the market. Quote, our job was to do whatever it takes to make money, and using spoof trades to manipulate prices for all sorts of precious metals was an almost daily method for generating profit, said John Edmonds, who worked as a trader at the bank until 2017. Everyone at the time did it on the desk, and it worked. So I guess we won't really totally know the repercussions of all of this. I mean, after their $92 million fine, which is drop in the bucket, I'm sure, for what they made off of suppressing the prices and just manipulating the market one way or another. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with it all, and with economic climate, political climate, global tensions everywhere. It'll just be interesting to see where this all ends up. I'm a firm believer that silver will go up, and so will gold. I just think that the silver going up will equate to a higher return money-wise than it would in gold. Just silver went up 2.4% just the other day on the weekend. It's a pretty big jump in comparison. For gold to do that in a single day wouldn't be too bad, but it usually doesn't happen like that. So imagine if silver were to go up 10, 15, 20%. It's easily achievable. I think we're at the precipice of it. I mean, with the prices going down so low, what goes down must come up. So I think it's just a way to consolidate and accumulate, because the amount of buying hasn't stopped, even from big investors, and large bullion exchanges still have lots of orders going out the door. And obviously when things are cheap is a good time to buy, and everybody knows that. But just one of those things. You want to see where everybody's going. You watch where the richest people are spending their money, and that's a pretty good idea of where you should be looking at to spend yours, and pretty good idea of what's going to be coming down the line, if it's an investment time or just run to take cover time. So only time will tell what happens with this all, but I'm sure as everybody watching this, we all watch it pretty closely. So like it, let me know what you think. Give me a comment below about what you think about the Eagles, and just anything JP Morgan, silver, anything. Just drop a comment below. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And once I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a 10-ounce silver bar giveaway. So make sure you're subscribed to get in on that. I got some nice old collector silver, old vintage bars. I'll put out a spread and let people pick. So, yeah, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment below, help the algorithm. Let's get this channel some exposure, and as always, keep on stacking. Until the next video, see you guys.